Welcome back, Shades and Shadows, to another episode of Haunted America. Tonight, we're descending into the heart of the French Quarter to visit a place where the barrier between the past and the present is paper thin. Standing at the corner of Bourbon and St. Philip Streets, Lafitte's Blacksmith Shop Bar is more than just a legendary drinking hole. It's a silent sentinel guarding the secrets of New Orleans' vibrant and often dark history. This place blends lore, American heroism, smuggling intrigue, and restless spirits. If you love stories of buried treasure, spectral pirates, and a building that feels frozen in time, you're in the right place. Imagine walking into a dimly lit space with no electric lights in the main room, just flickering candles, creaky floors, and the weight of centuries pressing down on you. That's the atmosphere today, and it hasn't changed much since the pirate era. The building is so old that its exact origins are shrouded in mystery, but it is thought to have been built between 1722 and 1732 by Nicolas Taus. In fact, building activity on the site was recorded as early as 1722 in a realty transfer set down by Don Andres Almonaster. The structure is a beautiful example of French colonial Louis XV architecture, specifically the briquette entre poteaux, or bricks between posts, style common in early French Louisiana. Designated as a National Historic Landmark in 1970, the building's survival is nothing short of a miracle. In March 1788, a massive fire fueled by heavy winds leveled 856 of the 1,100 buildings in the city. 6 years later, in 1794, another fire took out 200 more. Lafitte's stood strong through both infernos, primarily because its durable slate roof, while the wooden structures around it were reduced to ash. While the world knows it as a bar today, it has worn many masks over the centuries. Before it ever poured a drink, it served as a residence, a workshop, and even an ice cream parlor. It became a bar in the early 1900s, eventually obtaining its official liquor license in 1933. Considering the building's age and long history as a bar, it has earned the strong claim as one of America's oldest, continuously used watering holes. Now, to the stars of our story, Jean Lafitte and his brother Pierre. Jean, born around 1780 in France, was a privateer, smuggler, and larger-than-life figure often called the Terror of the Gulf. He and Pierre ran a major operation out of Barataria Bay, south of New Orleans, a hidden pirate kingdom of islands, bayous, and stolen goods. Legend says the Lafitte brothers used the blacksmith shop as a respectable front for their smuggling operations between 1772 and 1791. While the forge rang with hammers, they were really fencing plundered goods, selling enslaved people captured at sea, and recruiting for their fleet. New Orleans' busy port made it the perfect hub for their shadowy business. Jean always insisted he was a privateer, not a common pirate, a distinction that let him walk the line between criminal and entrepreneur. Interestingly, there is a historical debate over the name itself, as property records from that era don't list a Lafitte as the owner. In his 1936 book, Old New Orleans, author Stanley Clisby Arthur noted that the brothers spelled their name Lafitte with 2 F's, while Lafitte with 1 F is the more common orthodox spelling. If they didn't own it, why is it associated with them? The property was owned at the time by the family of Simon de Roche, also known as Castillon, and the privateer captain René Beluche. Beluche was a known associate of the brothers, commanding the ship Spy in their fleet. It's highly likely that the Lafittes used the building as a safe, neutral ground to negotiate with wealthy Creole buyers who didn't want to meet at their private homes on Royal Street. Jean Lafitte eventually transitioned from pirate to patriot, using his knowledge of the Louisiana waterways and his supply of gunpowder to help Andrew Jackson win the Battle of New Orleans. Using his knowledge of the Louisiana waterways and his supply of gunpowder to help Andrew Jackson win the Battle of New Orleans in 1815. During the War of 1812, the British approached Lafitte with a bribe to join them in attacking New Orleans. Instead, he warned American authorities and offered his services and those of his Baratarian crew to General Andrew Jackson. For their service, Lafitte wanted pardons for himself and his men. Jackson accepted, and at the Battle of New Orleans, Lafitte's men provided crucial artillery, local knowledge, and fighting power. Their batteries helped rout the British with heavy enemy losses and minimal American casualties. Jean Lafitte became a celebrated hero, and President James Madison granted the Laffittes and their Baratarians a full pardon. Even with a pardon, however, some spirits can't seem to move on. Jean Lafitte is the most famous spirit reported at the blacksmith shop bar, often seen as a full-bodied apparition dressed in 19th century sailor's gear. He is usually spotted near the fireplace on the first floor, standing silently and watching patrons until someone notices him, at which point he simply vanishes into the shadows. If you venture to the second floor, you might encounter a very different spirit. Legend tells of a woman who lived there in the 1890s and tragically died by suicide upstairs. She is known to be vocal, often whispering the names of guests directly into their ears in the middle of the night. However, there is something even more chilling lurking in the dark corners. Numerous guests have reported seeing two floating, glowing red eyes staring at them from the fireplace or the shadows. Paranormal investigators suggest these eyes might not be from a ghost at all, but rather a demonic or malevolent entity. Others believe the eyes are guarding Lafitte's buried treasure, still hidden somewhere beneath the building. Reports include the smell of tobacco in a smoke-free room, sudden cold spots, shadowy figures, objects moving on their own, and the sound of glassware flying off shelves. Others report occasional feelings of being watched, especially in the women's restroom. Lafitte had a reputation as a ladies' man, after all. Some even believe the bar is haunted by the restless spirits of those who perished in the Great Fires of 1788 and 1794, still seeking shelter in one of the only buildings that survived the flames. To this day, the bar maintains a criminal Gothic atmosphere, lit almost entirely by candles and hurricane lamps. It is a place where you can sip on a signature voodoo daiquiri, often called purple drink, and wait for the past to reveal itself. Whether you come for the history of the pirate patriot or for a chance encounter with the red eyes in the corner, Lafitte's Blacksmith Shop Bar remains a portal to the mysteries of the Crescent City. Lafitte's story captures the wild, contradictory soul of early America, outlaw and patriot, smuggler and savior. The building itself has survived hurricanes, fires, and time itself. That resilience, mixed with the pirate romance and tragic undertones, creates the perfect haunted recipe. If you're in New Orleans, stop by 941 Bourbon Street to sip a voodoo daiquiri or hurricane by candlelight, listen to the piano, and keep an eye on the fireplace. If you see a man in a sailor's coat watching you, don't be surprised if he isn't there when you look back. What do you think? Is Lafitte still guarding his secrets? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with your fellow history and ghost lovers, and join us next month for another haunted historical location. Thank you for listening and have a great day.